we have 3 days, 6 days, and then we have a 5-day service trip and an 18-day field trip. Wow, I have a lot of stories from that. And an 8-day biking, hiking, or canoe trip.
I think the important thing about being here in this natural environment is that you have to deal with it. It's just part of the everyday experience. They might be on a hike and the weather may not cooperate. You know, it may be very, very hot, but you have a certain amount of days in which you have to complete your hike, and so you move on. I think that we forget that we are organisms who live on this planet often.
She's just gotten a broader experience for what it means to be contributing to a household. The new quality in her that's different is that she's willing to contribute in terms of picking up her dishes or washing her own clothes, and she's doing it out of a sense of caring instead of a sense of obligation. And that's been wonderful as a parent. I was born one morning when the sun didn't shine. Picked up my shovel and I walked to the mine. I loaded 16 tons of number 1 coal. Straw wash hard, well, bless my soul. You know the 16 tons.
Work is a really big part of AMS. It's probably a third of what we do here. We don't have a janitor, we don't have people to clean up the grounds or the kitchen, so we do chores and we do work projects. And work projects is keeping AMS campus nice. It's cleaning buildings, it's mowing the yard, we heat all our buildings with wood, so it's splitting wood a lot. You know, it's cleaning up the shop when it gets dirty, it is building a new shed for wood, and just, you know, continuing to clean and improve the school. I've definitely learned how to split wood a lot better than I did. I learned a lot of electrician skills, plumbing, carpentry, how to work on lawnmower engines and stuff and get them fixing again, and just logic stuff about how to fix things and taking them apart and remembering how to put them back together.
Here, you don't just do schoolwork. It's more than schoolwork. It's not just a school. You get so much other experience. You know, we have goats out there. We have a bunch of people and it's a small school that you know people so much better than you do at other schools. You know their family. You spend more time with them because it's a boarding school. It's just more like a community. Like our classes, they're like 5 students in each class, and so you can work with everybody.
Very interesting science class actually was a first aid / science class, which taught you the function of human body parts, but it also taught you how to heal them. It's like a wilderness first respond class. So almost every day someone was picked to be hurt, and they would have to put some makeup on, and then there were the 2 rescuers and the rest would observe.
Okay, so now we're gonna just start the process. You want to check to see if he's bleeding. I think since you're gonna be a primary rescuer, you need to put I need protection on.
There's so much freedom here to do what you want to follow your interest. The teachers actually see you for you, not just some little drone of a student. There's a lot of responsibility, but it's always rewarding. It's just, a really great place to hone your interest.
See? I've never seen this happen before. Oh, cool, 2 corns growing. See, this is corn, and there's see that's a corn seed right there. It's growing inside, and there's another one and another one.
Oh, and they're sprouting?
Yeah. And there's another one.
Oh, cool, they are, huh?
No, eat this one.
Well, I think it's great. I mean, I think it's the most natural way for me is to be working as a group and talking about what we come across in the garden, whether it's the Mexican bean beetles or corn that's overripe and germinating. I mean, we really, spending a few weeks out here, you really get to see the cycles going on, the composting happening, and the germination and the flowering and this going to seed of various plants.
We're baking bread right now. We're just sort of figuring out how we're baking bread. And this is a whole wheat bread. We're letting it rise. We've oiled the pans. And
how long does it have to rise for?
I think at least 25 minutes. I'm not sure. It's a long time. It has to rise twice. Once right here, then we'll smush it down and put it in the pans, and then it'll rise again. And we might do it 3 times because the last loaf we did was sort of hard. But once we get them ready and all, we're going to put them in plastic bags and take them to the co-op, and we're going to sell them. And right now we're figuring out how much like a cup of flour costs, and cost us, and how many cups of flour it is, so how much a loaf of bread would cost.
We have these turkeys that we raise, and those who want to get to slaughter them, and I was one of those people. So we we kill the turkeys, and then we cook the turkeys, and then we have like 10 Thanksgiving turkeys ready, 10 or 12. And everybody's family comes, and we have a huge, gigantic Thanksgiving dinner. And every table gets, a part of each turkey. We all eat, we all have fun, we all talk. And it's just a giant, giant family Thanksgiving dinner.
Here, we knew Malcolm was going to be having fun, having adventure. He was going to be around people who cared about him. He was going to be taken care of. He was going to be well fed. Things that, that every parent really wants to do. And all of his needs, from the social, spiritual, intellectual, we're going to be taken care of. And, what else can a parent ask for?
AMS is a boarding school, and about half of our students are boarders. And all of our boarding houses are just houses. They're not dormitories. They actually, in the school policy, these are the homes of staff members who live here. So in my home, we have 4 boarding students. Most houses have typically 4, sometimes 5 students, and maybe an intern will live in the house.
House parents are someone that you live with, so they really get to know you really well. But they're not your parents, and they're someone who's a little bit closer to you in age, so they have a slightly better understanding of where you are in your life. So they're definitely a great person to go to when you're feeling anxious or when you're having troubles.
Well, it's family life, but it's conscious family life. Everybody in our culture now talks about the dysfunctional family. And what I see here is functional families. There is a kind of consciousness about the family interactions. There's a sense of what are we doing in everything we do.
When I arrived at the Arthur Morgan School in 1980 and 81, I entered probably as a more troubled child than most, and sad child than most. I wasn't a very trusting kid. I didn't understand my social place in the world, my social responsibilities, my responsibilities within a community. And my 1 year at AMS really changed the course of my life. At AMS, I learned to trust. I learned that my actions had consequences. I learned what family meant, and that it had a broader meaning than just maybe your birth parents and your siblings, but family really means those who you're closest to in your life and that you love deeply. And to this day, I really define my sense of family through my experience at AMS.